Ever wondered how much of an impact bad habits have on your life's quality and trajectory? Bad habits, we all have them. They're the little actions we take, often subconsciously, that can and do add up over time to create substantial outcomes, the majority of which are far from desirable. They come in many forms, from procrastination and negative self-talk to unhealthy eating and lack of exercise. These are the subtle yet powerful forces that can steer our lives off course, sometimes without us even realizing it. To truly grasp the weight of bad habits, let's take a moment to think about their impact on our lives. Imagine a boat sailing on the open sea. The boat is your life, and the habits are the winds, either pushing you towards your destination or veering you off course. Every time you indulge in a bad habit, it's like a gust of wind blowing you further away from your desired destination. Now consider the long-term effects. For instance, an unhealthy diet may seem harmless in the short run, but over years it can lead to serious health issues like obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Similarly, procrastination may not seem like a big deal when you're young, but consistently delaying tasks and responsibilities can lead to missed opportunities and regrets later in life. According to a study by Duke University, more than 40% of the actions people perform each day aren't actual decisions but habits. That's almost half of our daily activities. This just goes to show how deeply ingrained these behaviors are in our lives and how crucial it is to be mindful of them. But here's the good news. Bad habits, once recognized, can be changed. They're not permanent fixtures. They're merely patterns that we've practiced over time. And just as they were formed, they can be unformed and replaced with better, healthier habits. The first step towards this transformation is awareness, recognizing the habits that are holding you back. The next step is action, consciously deciding to replace these negative patterns with positive ones. It won't be easy, and it won't happen overnight, but with persistence and the right strategies, it's entirely possible. But remember, change is always possible, and it starts in the mind. So what is mind detoxing, and why does it matter? Imagine your mind as an intricate highway system. Thoughts, like cars, zoom through this highway, some at breakneck speed, others at a more leisurely pace. Now consider the impact of a traffic jam on this highway. The smooth flow of thoughts is disrupted, and chaos ensues. This traffic jam is much like the clutter of negative thoughts and bad habits that we allow to accumulate in our minds over time. This is where the concept of mind detoxing comes in. Mind detoxing is essentially a mental cleanse, a process of consciously eliminating negative thoughts and unproductive habits from our mental highway, allowing for a smoother, more efficient flow of positive and constructive thoughts. But why does it matter? Well, it's simple. The state of our mind has a direct impact on our overall well-being. A cluttered mind, much like a cluttered room, can cause stress, anxiety, and hinder productivity. It can also reinforce bad habits and negative thought patterns. On the other hand, a detoxed mind is like a well-organized, clean room. It promotes clarity of thought, boosts creativity, and fosters a sense of peace and tranquility. More importantly, it breaks the stronghold of bad habits and paves the way for positive changes. Think of mind detoxing as a mental spring cleaning. Just as you would clear out the clutter in your home to make room for new, beautiful things, mind detoxing clears out the mental clutter to make room for positive habits and thought patterns. It's important to note that mind detoxing is not a one-time event, but rather a continuous process. It's about developing an ongoing practice of introspection, self-awareness, and conscious decision-making. It's about taking control of your mental highway and ensuring that the traffic of thoughts flows smoothly and efficiently. Remember, the quality of your life is largely determined by the quality of your thoughts. So take the time to clean up your mental space. Detoxing your mind is the first step towards a healthier, happier life. With that understanding, we now delve into the mind detoxing process. The mind detoxing process, much like any journey, begins with a single step. A step that takes us from the realm of the known into the realm of transformation. Our first step is acknowledgement, acknowledging that we have habits that are not serving us well. This is crucial Because unless we identify and admit to our less than stellar habits, we can't begin to change them. It's like trying to navigate without a map. You won't know where you're going unless you know where you are. Next, we move to awareness. Awareness goes a step beyond acknowledgement. It involves observing our thoughts and actions without judgment. It's about becoming keenly aware of our triggers and responses. It's about catching ourselves in the act, noticing the patterns and understanding the why behind our habits. Once we've built this awareness, we can proceed to the next step, intention. Intention is our commitment to change. It's a clear, focused decision that we will replace our old habits with new, healthier ones. Intention is our roadmap, our guide. It gives us direction and purpose. With intention set, we move to action. Action is where the rubber meets the road. It's where we begin to replace our old habits with new ones. It's where we start to rewire our brain, creating new neural pathways. Remember, it's not about perfection, but progress. Small, consistent actions can lead to big changes over time. Finally, we come to the step of reflection. Reflection involves looking back on our journey, noting our progress, and adjusting our course as needed. It's about celebrating our victories, no matter how small, and learning from our setbacks. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. It's a process, a journey of transformation, and each step, each moment of acknowledgement, awareness, intention, action, and reflection is an important part of this journey. So let's begin this journey together, one step at a time. But how can you ensure your mind detoxing process is successful? Well, it all boils down to 4 key strategies. First, it's all about setting clear intentions. Knowing what you want to achieve gives you the motivation to stay on track. So, define your goals. Do you want to stop procrastinating? Or perhaps control your anger? Write it down, make it tangible. Second, create a supportive environment. This could mean surrounding yourself with positive influences or eliminating triggers that lead to your bad habits. For example, if you're trying to quit smoking, remove all cigarettes and lighters from your surroundings. This strategy is not just about physical environment, it's also about the people around you. Surround yourself with positivity, with people who uplift you and support your journey. Thirdly, practice mindfulness. Being mindful means being fully present and engaged in the moment. It helps you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, and it's an essential part of the detoxing process. You can cultivate mindfulness through meditation, yoga, or simply taking a few minutes each day to sit in silence and focus on your breath. And the final strategy, but by no means the least, is patience. Remember, change doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey, not a sprint. There will be setbacks and challenges, but don't let them deter you. Instead, see them as opportunities to grow and learn. Now, let's talk about staying motivated. A good trick is to celebrate small victories. Did you manage to resist the urge to smoke today? That's a win. Or maybe you managed to keep your cool in a stressful situation. Another win. Celebrating these small victories gives you a sense of achievement and keeps you motivated to continue. And what about the challenges? Well, they're inevitable. But instead of seeing them as obstacles, view them as part of the journey. They're there to test your resolve and make you stronger. So when you face a setback, don't beat yourself up. Instead, acknowledge it, learn from it, and move forward. With these strategies in hand, your journey towards a healthier mind becomes a lot easier. Now let's summarize what we've discussed. We started off by acknowledging the heavy burden of bad habits, those persistent patterns that weigh us down, making our lives a tad bit harder than they need to be. But remember, acknowledging the problem is the first step towards solving it. Next, we delved into the concept of mind detoxing, a powerful tool to cleanse our thoughts and reshape our habits. It's not about overnight miracles, but about a steady, consistent process that leads us towards a healthier mind and a more fulfilling life. We then broke down this process into manageable steps, making it more approachable. The mind detoxing process is essentially about awareness, understanding, acceptance, and transformation. It's about becoming aware of our negative patterns, understanding their origins, accepting the need for change, and transforming these habits into positive ones. In the fourth scene, we discussed effective strategies for mind detoxing. These strategies ranged from mindfulness and meditation to journaling and seeking professional help if needed. The key here is to find what works best for you, as everyone's journey is unique. Now, as we wrap things up, I want to leave you with a few words of encouragement. Embarking on a journey of mind detoxing is not easy, but it's absolutely worth it. Breaking free from the shackles of bad habits can open up new doors of opportunities, bringing you closer to the life you've always wanted to live. So, take a deep breath, be patient with yourself, and remember that every step, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. It's okay if progress seems slow. The most important thing is to keep moving forward, to keep striving for a better you. Remember, the power to change lies within you. Start your mind detoxing journey today and see the difference it makes in your life.